If you've been trying to manifest money, love, a new life, and it's just not showing up, this might sting a little. It's not because the universe is testing you. It's not because your desire isn't meant for you. It's because there's one Neville Goddard principle you're quietly breaking every single day, without even realizing it. And until you fix that, everything else is going to feel hit or miss. So let's talk about it. Because you've probably done all the things, right? Affirmations, visualizations, scripting, crystals, vision boards. You get a little result here and there. But if you're honest, your actual life still kind of looks the same. Same money worries, same relationship patterns, same 1 step forward, 2 steps back. Neville would never say, "Just be patient, divine timing." He'd say something way more direct. "You are being faithful to the wrong reality." And this is the part that almost no one talks about when they quote him. Here's the real issue. You do not manifest what you want. You manifest what you're willing to be, consistently. Not for 5 minutes in a meditation, all day. Especially when you're not doing anything spiritual. It's your state of being between techniques that is running the whole show. Let me make that super simple. Imagine 2 people. Person A, "I'm trying to manifest more money." Person B, "Yeah, money has a way of finding me." They can both listen to the same hypnosis, repeat the same affirmation, do the same method. But person A is being the one who is always trying. Person B is being the one who already is. Neville would say, "You're not trying to change the world, you're changing self." Same outer circumstances, totally different inner identity. Fast forward a bit. Person A is still searching for the next technique. Person B starts getting random refunds, opportunities, ideas, help. From the outside, it looks like luck. From a Neville lens, it's just different state, different reflection. Now here's where it usually goes wrong. Most people are trying to manifest a new outcome while refusing to give up their old identity. They do a money meditation at night, and then all day they walk around as the person who never has enough. They say, "I am rich," in the mirror, but inside it's one day, not yet, hopefully, please. So what's actually being impressed? 5 minutes of "I am abundant," 23 hours and 55 minutes of "I'm broke and trying to fix it." Which one do you think wins? Neville said a state is just an attitude of mind, the bundle of beliefs you live in. And he also said, you cannot serve 2 masters. Most people are serving their old story. So here's the secret, really clean. The law responds to your dominant state, not your occasional technique. That's the thing nobody wants to say, because it means you can't just do a method and then stay exactly the same person. But it's also incredibly empowering because you can start shifting this today in really ordinary ways. Let me give you one super normal money-related example from my own life, just so this doesn't stay abstract. There was a time I had a bill coming up. Think, rent level serious, and I did not have enough. Not a little short. I mean, the numbers just didn't work. Old me would have gone straight into that familiar story. I'm always behind. I never catch a break. Why is money always so hard for me? That was my state. I am the person who is always trying to catch up. Around then, I really started playing with Neville's idea of states. So I asked myself, okay, if I were someone who always had what they needed, if money kind of had my back, how would I move through this exact situation? Not pretending the bill didn't exist, just, how does that version of me feel about this? And what came up was a simple idea. I'm the kind of person money surprises. Somehow it shows up for me. So I decided, that's my new inner posture. Every time the panic rose, I caught it and gently shifted. Yeah, I hear you, but no, money surprises me. It works out for me. Brushing my teeth, I always land on my feet financially. Lying in bed, I imagined that relief of, wow, it covered itself again. Of course it did. Nothing crazy, just a quiet, repeated choice of state. Over the next short while, here's what happened. I got a random refund I'd totally forgotten about. Someone paid me back money I'd written off. I canceled something I didn't need and freed up extra cash. And then, out of nowhere, I got offered a simple, small opportunity that covered the rest. No lottery win. No $1 million overnight. But that bill? Paid. With some extra. Now, you can call that coincidence. Or you can admit, when I stopped being the person who's always behind and started actually being the person money looks after, life rearranged itself. But let me be real. It wasn't some perfect angel choir experience. There were moments where I checked my account and felt my stomach drop. My brain absolutely went, "See, this isn't working. You're being delusional. You're screwed." That moment right there, that's the real manifestation moment. Because that's when most people abandon the new state and run back to the old one. They decide, "Welp, guess it didn't work," and shift right back into, "I'm broke. I'm unlucky. This stuff doesn't work for me." Neville called that wavering. You're flipping channels and then getting mad the picture doesn't stabilize. The uncomfortable truth he points to is, the old you has to die for the new you to live, which just means you have to stop emotionally feeding the old story, even when it feels more familiar than the new one. That experience taught me 3 things really clearly. I never have to know the how. That's not my job. My job is, who am I being? The test isn't the bill. The test is my reaction to the bill. Small, normal things count. Manifestation often looks completely ordinary. So now the big question becomes, how do you actually live this without obsessing over every thought? Because Neville did not say, monitor every single sentence that goes through your mind. He said, assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled. So instead of chasing thoughts, I want you to start noticing those tiny autopilot moments in your day. You wake up and check your bank app. Old state. Heavy sigh. Ugh, never enough. Here we go again. New state. Okay, this is just what it looks like on the way to more. Money still has a way of finding me. You make a mistake at work. Old state. I always mess things up. New state. I bounce back. Stuff tends to work in my favor. You think about your future. Old state. Anxious disaster movie. New state. Calm assumption that things usually land on their feet for you. These little forks in the road, that's where you either rehearse the old self or lightly re-choose the new one. And you don't have to nail it every time. You just have to be more loyal to the new state than the old. Now here's the important nuance. This is not about being a thought police officer. You can have a scared thought and still fundamentally live in the state of, I always figure it out. Life tends to work for me. You can feel a wave of doubt and still be rooted in, this ends well for me. It always does. So instead of panicking about every negative thought, ask yourself one simple question throughout the day. Who am I being right now? Not, what am I thinking? Just, am I being the old me or the version of me who already has what I want? That question alone starts to shift everything. And there's one time of day when this is 10 times easier and 10 times more powerful. Neville obsessed over it. Right before you fall asleep. He called it the state akin to sleep. That drowsy, in-between moment where you're not fully awake, not fully out, that's when your imagination speaks straight to your subconscious without all the usual resistance. Most people fall asleep replaying their problems, their bills, their arguments. They are literally impressing, this is my life, on their subconscious every night. Neville would have you fall asleep rehearsing your wish fulfilled instead. If your dominant state creates your reality, and sleep is when your dominant state really sinks in, then what you drift off feeling like is ridiculously important. That's why I made something to make this easy for you. If you want to stop trying to manifest and actually start living from the state of the wish fulfilled, the next thing I want you to do tonight is listen to my sleep meditation right here. Do it before sleep for a few nights and pay attention to how you feel about your situation, the little shifts in your outer life, and all the random help, ideas, opportunities that start showing up.